I want to thank everybody out there on the interwebs for joining us. This is episode 1T7 of Fraternize with These Guys.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm your host, Beezy.
I'm Pinewood.
And again, we want to thank you guys for being there from the get-go and
It's a tough day, man.
rocking 17 episodes with us. We are throwing in the hat.
Yep. I feel bad.
Yeah, we had high hopes.
Yep.
But certain circumstances dictated otherwise.
All we can do is all we can do.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it just didn't work.
And we just wanna thank all the fans and tell you April Fools.
April Fools.
Kick it.
Well, hello, all of you lovers of the insane, the irrelevant, the silly, the ridiculous, and sometimes even the intellectual comedy that is this phantasmagorical podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Fraternize with These Guys. I am your host, Pastor Pinewood, and across from me, as always, is the caper of stupidity, the donner of dumb, the instigator of the indiscreet, Mr. Beezy.
It's Beezy.
And happy April Fool's Day.
Yes, the April 1.
April 1. Not one T anything.
Not
just
one T nothing.
Just one.
It's the uno. It's the numero uno.
But we're coming in hot with 1T7.
1T7. And you know what? It's funny that we said this because talking with my mom the other day about it and the podcast.
Nice name drop.
Yeah, I know. There you go. Hey, Mom. And she goes, why did you call it 1T? Shouldn't it have been 10T?
A 10T.
10T1 because it's 20 and 30.
Don't throw logic into our mess here.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said we're almost done with it anyways. So,
good grief! Just a typical mom, typical mom coming in and trying to correct everything.
I'm telling you, dude, it's ridiculous.
Hey, every time we hear somebody roll by with big mufflers, we always mention it, and I can never hear it
in the recording. Yeah, I know.
So.
There was that one time the helicopter landed on top.
Yeah, that's true. But that was just because we were trying to roll out our helipads.
Well, that's true. We didn't let them know that we turned the green lights on.
That's right.
We should have had the red lights.
I see. So, well, that business idea just hasn't quite taken off yet. No pun intended.
Still needs some. Oh gosh.
We do need some capital to make that one work.
Investors?
Probably like 500 mil.
Possibly, yeah.
Did you hit up your mom? She's apt to correct.
She's out there with the answers.
She's got heavy pockets too.
Come on, Mom.
Pitch in. Just a reminder, go out and check us on the socials, on Facebook, on Instagram. I tell you, Mr. Beezy and our lovely manager have been doing some phenomenal work on the Facebooks.
Yeah, we've been trying to. Well, I say that. I tried to, and I got put in Facebook timeout.
You did get put in Facebook timeout.
So
you know what else? I feel like because we're in the doghouse, that Facebook put you in the doghouse.
Yep.
So we're recording in the doghouse.
Well, in the Facebook doghouse too.
And you're in Facebook doghouse.
Little double doghouse entendre.
So tell me how in the world Facebook deemed you unworthy of their platform.
Well, it really doesn't take much anymore, apparently. But so
they're getting a little touchy over there.
Man, you have no idea. So there's another podcast that we listen to, the Time Suck, and
that's right.
They had a big 25,000 plus fan page called the Cult of the Curious, and God, it was back in October. It was actually October 18th of 2020 is what Facebook told me.
Okay. So they reminded you.
They reminded me.
So they did this retrospectively?
Yeah, so I was literally messaging somebody on a different page.
Okay.
About some stuff. And I sent my last message and then boop, pop up from Facebook. It said
no more.
You've been sucked, bro. So
Beezy's out.
Yeah, it said your picture or post from October 18th of 2020 has been flagged and it goes against our community standards. I said, what? That's ridiculous. Rebuttal. And then it took me to another page to rebuttal. And then I lost track. I got tired of reading it because it was so ridiculously convoluted on what you had to do just to say, no, that wasn't a boner.
So what? That wasn't a what?
Anyways.
So I take it that has something to do with the picture that you
Yes,
posted. Now,
yes.
is there anywhere you can post that picture that our people can go and find?
Yes. I'll throw this picture up on if you haven't checked yet, our Discord.
Discord's pretty legit.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't been involved with it because I've had it rocking for a little bit now.
I'm excited because I got my own username handle, Pastor Pinewood.
I know.
It's sweet. It's like the first one.
the numero uno.
Numero uno Pastor Pinewood handle. You can find me on Discord and I can reply.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Oh, really?
You're not that advanced yet.
Dang it.
It's going to take years of training.
I tell you what, maybe when I finally get a koozie, I'll be ready to go on.
I tell you what, when you help me
Discord.
make that koozie, you'll be more than welcome.
What does this have to make it crap? But anyway, I'm sorry. We're getting way
We
off into the
digress.
weeds. So you can post it on Discord,
Yeah,
so
I'll
our
post,
fans can see
I'll
it.
post it on Discord. I've been doing some work on Discord here lately.
How do they find us?
Well, we've actually got the link in our Facebook, I believe. If not, we got the direct link on our website, www.fwtgpodcast.com.
Which that website's coming along pretty good too.
Man, there's a lot of work into that stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody ever told me that.
Yeah,
It's
takes
a
a little
weekly
time.
thing. I literally got homeworks that I got to do on
Almost
that.
like you got to keep on top of it.
It's ridiculous. We should hire somebody for that.
Oh shoot, I thought we did.
Well, I'm not getting paid, so we hadn't hired anybody yet.
Oh, well, I think it's good stuff. I'm excited about it, and hopefully y'all go over there. Check out Discord. Old Beezy will put up his picture, and you can decide for yourself if it's worthy of being zucked.
Yep.
Because
Clearly, they
mean-
thought it was.
I would say they're a little bit sensitive.
It's October. I mean,
Maybe they're just backlogged.
that's like 5-6 months worth of backlog. You mean to tell me that it took them that long to find that?
I guess.
And it's insane. They got algorithms and folks that can punch numbers a lot quicker than that.
I see.
They're just scouring right now. So I don't know. I think it's a whole bunch of crap, but
Okay.
that's just one man's opinion.
Go check out the picture. Let us know what you think. And for now, I tell you what, how about let's go into our flagship, the libations for the week.
Ooh. Libations!
Now, we have an interesting libation segment this week because we're doing a little bit of Battle Royale.
We're going to do the old Battle Royale. We hadn't done this yet.
the Royale with cheese.
Royale. You know why they call it Royale with cheese?
Because of the metric system.
Check out the big brain hombre.
All right, Beezy, tell us what we're diving into this week.
So, in order for this to be a head-to-head, let's preface
Okay.
with what we're going head-to-head against.
All right.
So, last week, we did the Carbach Strawberry Fields Strawberry Blonde Ale.
Swing and a miss.
It was.
At least it was for me.
It certainly was for me as well. So, and we'd already slotted up to have a different libations set up for today, but I did come across another one today that is going to be the headliner.
Now,
I mean, we
before-
have to battle these out.
Okay, before we go into the battle, you have to reassure me a little bit
Okay.
because I was really looking forward to the beer we were going to try.
Yeah.
And now I have to wait a whole
Another
week.
week. Yeah.
So next week we're going to do that one.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and actually the beer that we were going to do was one of the very first submissions from one of our favorite people that listens,
Oh, yeah?
Logan.
Oh, Logan?
Oh, Logan.
We're going to hear from Logan later. I
We
think.
are.
All right. Okay. So I'm like looking forward to that, and we won't give that away till next week.
Yes.
But definitely tune in because it's a good one.
Yes.
All right. So Battle Royale this week is between.
The Carbach Strawberry Field Strawberry Blonde Ale
Okay.
versus Shiner's Strawberry Blonde.
I think it's so good we mentioned it last week.
Yeah, it is.
We were like, this is all right, but it has nothing on the Shiner strawberry.
It doesn't.
Okay.
And I will preface this with saying too, we're doing the strawberry blondes, the Shiner strawberry blondes, out of a can
Okay.
because the car box came in a can, and I've never actually had the Shiner strawberry blonde
Always out of a bottle.
can. It's always been out of a bottle, so this is a new experience for me.
Okay. All right. So neither one of us has had it out of the can, so it's going to be new for both of us. And are we about ready to pop these dudes?
I say we do it.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, and
Tell you a
3.
little story about a man named Johnny Tarr. He was a hard drinking son of a preacher, always at the bar. Lager from the tap or shots and paddy from
Just like a preacher's son, always be at the bar.
Yeah,
That's a good little song. Thanks for introducing that to
you're
me.
welcome.
So
How do you
hopefully,
mind like
hopefully they don't sue us.
that? Well, I mean, if they do, what do they say about press?
Something like that.
I think we say it every time.
it's because all we get is bad press.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so I mean, it's phenomenal. It's just such a great beer. Now, I'm not sure 100% that it's any better than the bottle.
I would disagree 100%. I think out of the bottle is substantially better.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite a bit better. And I'll have to probably put a caveat on my vote for this one today.
Okay.
Can versus bottle, because I think bottle is actually going to be a higher vote than I would with the can.
Now, could it possibly be because the last time you and I enjoyed one of these out of the bottle, I think, was in the high altitudes of the Great White North, eh?
Great White North, eh?
Actually, I mean,
ish.
it's our Great White
our
North,
Great White North.
which is Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. We had quite a few in
We
Colorado.
did. Yep. They go down really well when you're fly fishing.
Yes.
There's just something
It
about
doesn't matter what you're drinking in Colorado and you're
Well-
fly fishing. I mean, I think I could probably make a Miller High Life
You think you can make that work?
taste a little bit better if I'm in the river fly fishing.
Man, I don't know. I mean, at least he gives you something to take your mind off of what you're drinking, but
Oh, that's true. The scenery is definitely better.
yep. Okay, so this particular strawberry blonde, there's no hint of bitterness like I got in the Carbach,
Right.
and more strawberry.
You actually get a strawberry
Yeah,
flavor.
absolutely. So this one says strawberry on the can, and you actually
get
taste some
strawberry.
strawberries.
It's
which
a novel idea.
I felt like Carbach really
Screw the pooch
They
on that.
missed the mark on that thing.
Yes.
Either that
Agreed.
or like what we talked about last time, they were just trying to save money, and they're like, well, we can just call it strawberry. We don't actually have
We
to
don't
add
have to-
strawberry.
You mean we got to put it on there?
I mean, they've already bought it by the time they open it.
I mean, it's their fault. They don't got to buy it anymore.
We already got their money.
Exactly.
Shiner strawberry is phenomenal. Unfortunately, it is seasonal.
It is.
So I don't think you can get it outside of the spring. So now's the time to load up.
That is correct.
And I do like their little made with Poteet, Texas strawberries.
Oh, Poteet Texas.
So there's a little place down there called Poteet. And I think the box says something, a treat from
A
Poteet.
treat from Poteet.
So I like the fact that it's a Texas brewery, an old one,
Yep.
and they use Texas strawberries, loud and proud, on the can and on the box.
Yes, agreed.
Carbach apparently got their strawberries from China.
Yes.
They're the Wish strawberries.
they ordered a couple cases of Wish strawberries.
That's why you can't taste it.
Blueberries. These aren't even the right fruit.
They sit on those dragon fruit things because they don't. The
They
dragon
have
fruit doesn't
zero
taste like
taste.
anything.
Yep, exactly.
So I like this a lot. I'm going to give this an 82.
Ooh, an 82. Okay, I like it. I like it. Now, is that going to be because you've had it out of a bottle,
Yes.
and you think they do compare?
Yeah, it's comparative. It's comparative enough. I'm not gonna strong arm either one. I just 82 is pretty good for me. I'll give it an 87 in the mountains.
Okay. Well, we won't. Just to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair, I'll stick it with it, and I won't do it either. I won't put a caveat.
No asterisks?
No asterisks. We've already got 2-3 beers on the list that have that.
Okay.
So I think, man, I've got to go with I'm easily gonna hit an 89 with this one.
Dang,
this
way up
one's I love this beer.
Okay.
And people rag on you for having fruited beer, but I don't care. This thing, man, and especially now that we're coming into the springtime, Oh, there's nothing better than sitting down at the barbecue, cracking one of these puppies open, and just slamming a sixer.
Yeah, well, I don't know about slamming a sixer, but I was going to say having a beer of an afternoon or an evening. We posted that on Facebook, I believe. A question was, what's your favorite beer after yard work?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I don't know if this one was where my mind immediately went, but it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it would be.
So if you're out doing some yard work, listen to this podcast, and you can go down to the local Allsups and get you some Shiner strawberry. You should totally do that.
Yeah, get it.
Shiner should send us a check because we're plugging the heck out of them.
Yes, we are. And this is also a double special because this is also the first repeat of a brewery.
So we've had Shiner before.
We did the holiday cheer back in episode like 4 or 5.
Yeah. So another seasonal beer.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
So we got a little two-peat on this one. We got a head-to-head the first time we've done that, and then we got the first time we've done a repeat customer beer.
Great. So Shiner wins all the way around.
All the way around. Go
Great
Shiner.
deal. Go Shiner. Flagship is over. How about the Armada section? How about a little 4 questions?
Like
today?
it.
4 questions. That was loud.
That was a little loud.
That's my bad.
All right. You can fix it in post, can't you?
I think I can fix it in post. at least I hope I can. What you got a first question, or am I going first? We should have figured this crap out before we started this.
Why don't we let you go first?
Okay, so I have a pretty good question.
All right.
Do you think NASA invented thunder to cover up the sound of space battles?
Of course.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
I mean, duh.
Who doesn't think that?
I mean,
How could you not think
ain't
that?
you ever looked up in them stars? That's not stars. That's a space battle. And you know why you can't see it at night when it's cloudy and thundering? Is because it's thundering, and that thunder is blocking the noise of the space battles.
Wait, what?
Dude, what? So when it's stormy outside, you can't see the stars. They don't want you to see the space battles going on.
Oh, so it's double.
It's double.
It's not only concealment, it's cover.
Yes. That's
Concealing
exactly right.
and cover.
C and C.
Little shooting terminology there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got the thunder, which covers up the sound of the space battle.
Yep.
And you got the clouds themselves, which conceal the battle. Mm-hmm. So NASA's really...
They're good.
So
They're
who's...
dang good.
If that's the case, who's fighting the space battles?
Lizard Illuminati, bro.
The Illuminati's up there. Who are they fighting against?
They're fighting against the rebellion.
Other lizards?
No. It's the people's like David Icke's
Oh,
that can that know the Lizard Illuminati's out there.
okay. So David and Alex Jones are up there.
Yeah,
They're fighting back?
Jones.
I thought you were gonna say like Mark Hamill's up there and is like X Fighter.
Nah, he can't fly anymore. He's too old.
He is getting up there.
He failed the vision test.
I'm surprised Alex Jones passed the weight test.
And actually, Alex Jones was it that? I think it may have actually been the flat Earth. I think he's still pretty heavy into the Lizard Illuminati, but he did just announce the flat earthers.
Oh yeah, he kind of rolled back on that a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he was ever a flat earther. I'm not sure Alex Jones believes what he says.
Well, I won't disagree with you on that one.
Pretty sure it's a money ploy.
There's a lot of shenanigans that comes out of that face hole.
And I'll tell you, like, there's no doubt the man's crazy.
Yeah,
However,
he makes a hell of a bit of money off of it.
well,
though.
that and it's fun to watch.
It is.
I
He's
really enjoy
definitely a
it.
personality.
He's quite entertaining.
Yes.
I like it. I do enjoy when he gets worked up. It thrills my soul a little
Yes.
bit.
It's
And
pretty good.
I do like when he's been inebriated on Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
That was pretty good stuff too. Before they banned him,
Yeah.
of course. And now Rogan he gives a big old middle finger to all of them because
Yep.
who's going to ban him now?
Exactly.
I guess Spotify could ban him.
Well, I don't know that they want to do that when they just drop billions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions.
Well, hundreds of millions.
Or 100 mil.
Is that how much? It was a ton of money
It's 100 mil, man.
to buy the JRE.
Yeah. One check.
Yeah.
100 mil.
Yeah. I think ours is in the mail.
Is it?
I believe so.
Cool.
So Could be fun.
You know who else won on that deal? The government.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good chunk of that.
They got a nice chunk of that guy.
Hey, that's why we're getting our stimulus checks.
Well, that's the other way that NASA's able to pay for the cloud cover and concealment.
So maybe whenever we all say that stuff's being stored in the cloud, that's what they actually mean.
Uh-huh.
It's the concealment cloud covering up the space battles.
Exactly.
So we have the Space Force. We got Alex Jones and David Icke up there fighting the Lizard Illuminati for our souls. And NASA, in their wisdom, is trying to make sure we don't know anything about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Conspiracy theory? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so back to back in the day, before I was well versed in knowledge and science.
When was this day?
Oh gosh,
It must have been
it was. I was really young.
Yeah.
I was really young.
Okay.
Probably 4 or 5. I always thought that thunder was created because when lightning would shoot down, it would shoot down so fast that it was the atmosphere basically clapping, coming back. Yeah, so the lightning shoots down, and then it goes back up, and then it comes back and claps. So there's an atmospheric clap.
Okay.
And I thought that for many years.
When you were little?
Until I scienced myself.
Well, it sounded like you were scientificating even then.
Well, that's where it all began.
Well, that's pretty genius. You know what I thought? I thought that
God was farting?
Well, I was going to say that the angels were hauling potatoes and the potatoes fell off the potato wagon.
What?
Because that's what my grandmother, poor little old Irish lady, used to tell me. Said that's the potato wagons in heaven.
Potato wagons. That's brilliant.
Go figure, a little old Irish woman telling me that it's potato wagons rolling around.
Never even heard that before.
Well, you know.
Huh. Okay, well,
So it goes.
I like it.
So you're scientificated, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's freaking potato wagons up there.
It's the Sky Tater wagons.
Sky
It's
taters.
above the clouds because NASA doesn't want us to see that.
Apparently, the angels all have red hair, also. All right, I got a second question that's pretty good.
Okay.
All right, so he starts with, and he doesn't give his name, it's anonymous.
Of course.
I'm going to sum up a little bit. Basically, he starts with, I have ugly teeth. And the reason he has ugly teeth is a variety of things which he lists, which are very gross. So he doesn't brush often, coffee, cigarettes, that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it. He has ugly teeth. And then he also gives the caveat that he also has no money. Probably because he's buying
coffee
coffee and cigarettes.
and cigarettes. I mean, you see how much a coffee is at the Starbucks now?
It's a good point. Especially if you want a hot coffee.
I ordered a hot coffee. Like, a cold coffee. Nice throwback.
All right, so he says, I have ugly teeth, but I have no money. Can I use white nail polish to paint my teeth?
Yes.
Okay, you're going with yes.
I'm going to go with a resounding yes.
Okay, now I will say they would look white.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, nail polish is pretty heavy-duty stuff.
I have my own caveat.
Okay.
Because what I want him to do when he paints his teeth white, you cannot brush them because clearly you don't do that
I was going
anyway.
to say that's not a problem for him.
But I am going to start a regimen of mouthwash, of nail polish remover. Because
So he's got to remove it every night?
yes. So the main ingredient in nail polish remover is acetone. Eventually, he's not going to have to worry about teeth at all because I'm pretty sure acetone is going to eat the teeth away.
That's true. You know what might actually happen at some point? He might swish enough times with acetone that his natural pearly whites might actually come out
Show up.
a little bit. And it might become so white that he no longer has to paint his teeth.
Well, I could do that too.
And so you could just give up on your mouth care so your teeth get so bad that you have to paint them.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the use of acetone, they would eventually go back to their brilliant, beautiful, pearly whites, and then you can start the process all over again.
Or go with me on this one.
Okay?
You brush your teeth daily.
I don't like it.
You don't drink so much coffee.
It's already too much work.
And you don't smoke 2.5 packs a day.
Yep. It sounds like a terrible life.
I mean,
Can't live without coffee and cigarettes. I mean, they made a movie about it.
I remember back in the day, we lived that literally fueled us was coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah, you know. I brushed my teeth though.
That's true.
I
We
do
did
remember
do that.
Now, I want you to remember when I made that video series on YouTube. Dad and I were working on that boat.
Mm-hmm.
We were using the fiberglass stuff, and you have this heavy epoxy, and you mix fiberglass together, and it gets on your hands or your clothing.
Oh yeah.
You know what gets that crap off?
Mm-hmm.
Acetone.
Acetone.
You literally could rub a little acetone. It would eat the fiberglass away. Can
Yeah.
you imagine what that would do to your mouth?
You eat your mouth away.
Woo. That would be rough. Okay.
You'd have some stinking breath.
Yeah, well, I guess it wouldn't be as smelly probably as the cigarette breath, but
Cigarette butthole breath.
I was gonna say cigarette coffee breath, but you know,
Cigarette coffee butthole breath.
and then swishing around a little acetone.
A little. Just
Yep.
a nice mixture going on there.
Yeah, probably no dates in line for this gentleman,
I would hope not.
one way or the other.
I mean, here's another thing you could do. If he drops the coffee and the cigarettes, I mean, cold turkey, get rid of them instantly. You're going to have to purge, do a little bit,
Okay.
start slow, brush your teeth.
Okay.
And the money that you save after a year of not buying coffees and not buying cigarettes, you could probably get some pretty solid dental care.
Oh, that's probably true. With the way cigarette prices are right now, probably after just a month.
Well, yeah, depending on how much you smoke, for sure.
2 packs a day. I mean, that's getting up there.
I don't even know how much cigarettes are anymore.
I don't either.
I think it's like $6-7 a piece.
When we were buying the Izmir Stingers, they were $5.56, and we were like, "Dang, that's expensive."
Yeah, because those were like the primo. It came in a little tin and
Yeah,
everything.
they're all fancy dancy.
So
I bet you they're close to $10.
you think so?
I bet they are. I bet a normal pack of Marlboros or Camels, I bet is between $7 to $10.
You're probably right.
That's craziness.
That's nuts.
So $20 a day. If you got a 2-pack habit,
Jeez,
30 days. You know, that's real close to buying insurance for yourself.
$600.
Yeah,
a month.
like full care insurance.
Yeah, you don't even have to have insurance. You can literally walk into a dentist's office and throw $600 down.
I'm paying cash for this cleaning
Cash?
today.
Oh, he got cash. I like it.
All right. Well, 2 questions in the book. What you got?
All right. This one's coming in from Anonymous.
Nice.
You like my own drum roll?
I do. You could have had me do that, but I do like the fact that you covered it yourself.
I did. I didn't trust you.
Appreciate it.
So, coming in from Anonymous, whatever happened to all those hippies from the 1960s? Most of them got to be in their 70s by now. So, what happened to all of them?
What a weird question.
It is.
I'm not sure his math works.
It doesn't at all.
Okay.
Because I'd venture to say the vast majority of them are probably gone.
Well, you take quote unquote the hippies of the 60s, we're looking at best 18 to 25, and probably, judging by most of those pictures, more like 25 to 40.
Yeah.
And so they're not around no more.
Yeah, because that would be what?
It'd be a long time.
61 years
I mean, they'd be
on top of their 18 to 40.
yeah. So they're bumping 80, 90 or more.
102.
And let's be honest, the stuff that they were putting in their bodies probably didn't ensure longevity in their lives.
Unless it did. And that's why they're all hanging out. And life expectancy has gone up. So
Maybe-
the moral of the story is smoke weed every day.
Maybe that's the conspiracy.
Could be.
Maybe the hippies had it right.
Maybe that's why they have put such a staunch abolishment on marijuana.
Maybe so. Maybe that's the elixir of everything.
That could be.
Maybe that's what the lizards are fighting about up there with old Alex Jones. However, Alex Jones is kind of privy to the green stuff every once in a while.
Well, and NASA is too. If you think about all the calculations that they've jacked up.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Also, I would take a little bit of issue with. I mean, hippies are they're an ever growing thing.
Yeah.
You know, we got hippies now.
Yeah.
You know, flower power. It may have risen in the '60s, but it hadn't gone away.
No, it certainly hasn't.
It's alive and well, my friends.
Yeah. And A lot of them in the Texas state are down there in Austin.
Oh, freaking Austin. Don't get me started on Austin. It's not even Texas down there.
It isn't. It literally isn't.
And I think that's a little bit of a foreshadowing
Yes.
for what's coming up here in a bit. All right. Well, I won't say anything else about it for now. But I'm glad the hippies are in Austin where they belong.
Yes.
And I'd be okay if they just stayed there.
Yeah, agreed. Just keep Austin weird.
Yeah. You just, I won't visit.
You do you. Do you, boo-boo.
Amen. All right, what's number 4?
Oh, dang. That was coming quick. Wasn't ready. So this one is what I could assume is a prank, being maybe an April Fool's joke.
It is April
prank
Fool's.
That I'm really hoping that they took constructive criticism from the answers.
Okay.
So the question goes, is it okay to go to parks where people often take their dogs and hide pieces of chocolate all over the place?
Yikes.
Yeah. So the very first time I read this, I was
Yikes.
like, oh, that's funny. They'd be walking around and seeing pieces of chocolate and think it's just dog crap all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's like, but
yes.
dogs die when they eat chocolate.
That's right. Not a great April
So
Fool's Day.
basically, April Fools, here's 2 to 8 years for animal cruelty.
Yeah, there would be no joke about that.
No, that would be a terrible thing to do.
Probably so. Did you hear about the guy who swapped the labels on the pumps at the gas station?
No?
It was an April Fool's joke.
Oh my God. Are you gonna litter these throughout here now?
I think I'm just, you kind of wet my whistle a little bit. I'm just going to kind of lay some of these out as we go along in the episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
So, did we have any answers to the prank question?
Yes, and surprisingly, there was a lot more of this answer than I expected. Definitely, dogs love chocolate. So I think that was coming back at you. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's true. They do like chocolate.
Oh, they love chocolate.
Yeah. It's just
Their bodies don't.
Their bodies. Chocolate doesn't love them.
That is correct. And the reason they don't is because chocolate contains a chemical called theobromine.
Okay.
Word of the day.
Oh.
Theobromine.
The more you know.
And theobromine is poisonous to dogs. So, sparky no likey.
Yeah. And thankfully not poisoned us because, we can get down on some chocolate.
That is true.
That is true.
It's true.
What other answer? Any other brilliant ones?
No, you idiot. That's animal cruelty. No, that was about it. I really thought that was. I picked that question because when I first read it, I went a completely different direction, thinking that he's going to set chocolate out in the park.
Yes.
And then it just looked like poops all over the place.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of humorous and,
Until the dog started eating.
Yeah,
And you just got. Then you got what is that? The George Jones. Not George Jones.
George Jones.
The Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid. What is that stupid guy's name?
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
It's like George Jones.
Yeah, no, he's suing us on YouTube already. So.
He's already mad at us on YouTube. Now we're throwing him under the bus for dog cruelty.
We'll just put a disclaimer on there. This was not intended for George Jones. This is Jim Jones.
Have your lawyer contact our lawyer.
Yeah, we'll just.
We'll settle out of court.
It's Todd Thompson, disbarred attorney at law.
That's fantastic.
But no, you're walking around the dog park, setting out chocolates, and everybody's walking by thinking you got dog poops, and then 20 minutes later, you're at the Jim Jones compound, and everybody drank the Kool-Aid, and then you just got a field of dead puppies, and then nobody likes that.
Yeah, that went dark real fast.
It did.
Oh,
And you're welcome.
yeah.
Lighten us up with something gross.
Hey, why was the donkey annoying his friend?
Because he was probably reading these stupid questions.
It was because it was April Mule's Day.
Oh, God.
They just get better, bro.
Hey, better from this?
They do get better. I
Okay.
tell you, something else that's really much better than this is how about let's do some April facts and trivias that you probably didn't know.
I like that.
Okay, all right. So in France, which animal has come to characterize the observance of April Fool's Day? Any idea?
Rabbit.
I would have guessed something like that because they're French.
Yeah.
But
They
it's
look like a
actually
rabbit.
it's a fish.
A fish?
Yeah, they actually call it April Fish Day,
What?
and the jokes and the pranks center around them using a fish.
So, fish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how do you prank a fish?
No, you don't prank the
How
fish.
do you prank
use
with a fish?
Well, you put a fish in somebody's car like a grumpy old man and let it stew for months and months and months. Or you put it in somebody's shoe and they got to, because France, they have little
The
bitty tiny fishes.
sardines. That'd be stanky.
It would be pretty rough. So if you say April Fish Day and people look at you weird, you'd be like, because you're not cultured, you swine.
You uncultured swine.
All right. Which technological innovation, once famously believed to be an April Fool's Day prank, was Gmail? When they released the idea of Gmail, it was on April 1st, 2004. And the technological people at the time literally thought it was a hoax.
Like just Gmail.
Yeah, just good old Gmail. When it released, it was on April 1st.
Huh.
And the whole community was like,
And it took them 3 days to figure out, oh, this is real.
yeah, we could actually sign up and use this.
I think they succeeded.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've heard of Google. I've heard of Gmail.
we've been done using them for a bit. So
Speaking of, nice plug, these guys' questions at gmail.com.
there you go. Not a joke.
Not a joke at all. You can email us your questions or comments or hate mail. We'll take all of it.
We'll take all of it. In Scotland, April the 2nd is referred to as Tally Day. It is
So you get to tally up how many jokes you pulled.
I don't think so. And I think it's Taily, Taily. It's a sequel to April Fool's Day. And on this day, the sequel, the jokes, again, more jokes, they traditionally involve buttocks.
Butt jokes.
Yep.
Huh.
So Scottish butt jokes. If you want some good Highland Scot butt jokes, you need to visit on April the 2nd.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm booking it right now.
All right. There is a reference to April Fool's Day in Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales.
I vaguely remember this.
Okay. Let's see. Marvin Gaye was murdered on April Fool's Day, 1984.
I didn't even know he was murdered.
Yeah, his dad shot him.
What?
Yeah.
Dude. April Fools.
No, not
knew-
April Fool's.
I knew that. Them's jokes. I knew that.
Okay, in April of 1998, on April 1st, I should have said that. This restaurant introduced. Good grief, what's wrong with me?
Give a stroke.
I did a small one, but I'm over it now. I'm back.
Okay.
They introduced a fictional sandwich specifically designed for left-handed people, and they ran a national ad campaign on April 1st.
That feels like something Burger King would do.
It was Burger King. They called it the left-handed Whopper.
That's hilarious.
How much do you think it costs to do a national advertisement campaign for one day in the 80s?
Oh, a national ad.
I mean, they spent some money on that for sure.
in the 80s. So if we take exchange rates and inflation, I would say they probably dropped $2 million in today's money
$2 million,
for a national ad
maybe more than that.
for an April Fool's joke.
All right, two more.
Okay.
There was 1 year in the 20th century where April Fool's Day and Easter fell on the same day, on April 1st. It was in 1956.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
And it happened in 2018.
Did it really?
It sure did.
I was there for that one.
I was too, and I had if it dawned on me, I don't remember it being a big deal.
Yeah, there wasn't anything special about it, I guess.
And we'll get to here in a little bit. We'll get to why Easter falls on different days,
Oh.
because that's pretty interesting too.
Beauty.
All right, last one. In Portugal, do you know what object is traditionally thrown at friends in celebration of April Fool's Day.
Hopefully beer.
No, that's Ireland.
Oh, so Portugal.
Portugal.
Let's think here.
And it's not a soccer ball.
Oh,
that
well,
would make sense
that was my
too.
next one. So it can't be beer, and it won't be a soccer ball. What about rice?
You're close.
Really?
Yeah. It's flour.
Nice. Oh, dang.
Yep. Flour bombing is what they call it.
Huh.
It's an established April Fool's Day practice in Portugal and some other surrounding countries.
What if you're gluten free?
Well, I don't know.
Do you have to take the gluten free flour and use that, or soy flour?
Do they have that over there?
I don't know. I don't think they care about it over there.
I don't think they use GMOs in their crops, so they don't have to worry about it.
Well, good on them.
All right. Hopefully you learned a couple of things in our April Fool's Facts and Trivia segment.
Yes.
That is not going to be reoccurring.
No.
It would be awesome, though.
Come up with new stuff
every single week.
Yeah.
Be like April Fool's Facts and Trivia. People are like, it's July.
Dude, it's December 1st. What is going on here?
We should be talking about Christmas. This week, because it's April Fool's Day, we have a pretty cool Cinemize segment. So let's do a little Cinemize with these guys. Dadgummit, that is brilliant.
Dude,
Love it so much.
All kidding aside, this is not an April Fool's joke. I literally just got in today a recorder.
You showed me that thing. And not only did you get a recorder, you got 3 recorders.
3.
So what in the world are you going to be using a recorder for? And by the way, we're not talking about like a really cool piece of machinery that records stuff. I'm talking about like the old thing that nightmares are made of that you used to play in 4th grade.
Yeah.
That kind of recorder.
Yes, the little fake clarinet recorder.
Yes, the hot cross buns recorder.
Bought 3 of them.
Why in the world would you do this?
Well, I'm trying to get the daughter involved in music for one.
Okay. And she's trying tonight.
She tried. She hums more than she does actually make noise off of it. So
whatever works.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
You got to start. That's right.
But initially, the thought had crossed my mind to buy this stupid recorder because if YouTube yanks us from using that music, then I'm going to recreate it.
Well, maybe YouTube's not quite as prickly as the Facebooks.
Well, they don't got Zuck there yet, so we could be safe.
For now.
No, it's not George Jones.
I was going to say, as long as it's not George Jones or Garth Brooks, I guess we're okay. Because they were on that like quick.
Yes.
So, Cinemize with these guys this week. We don't do this every week, but sometimes it's something we enjoy, and we old-time movie buffs.
Yep.
So we thought we would do... We started with the idea of prank movies, which there's not a lot of prankish type movies. Now, we have a couple of really good ones that fall into that category.
Yeah.
But we're just going to kind of include it in also just broad, stupid humor movies.
Dumb humor.
Yeah, but the best one that you said when we first mentioned prank movies...
Which one? I don't remember. We literally talked about 100 movies.
It was Porky's. I mean, that's one of the greatest stupid humor prank movies of all time.
Yeah, that one started it.
And
Had to have.
And it's really not a great movie.
No, it is a terrible movie.
But it's just quintessential.
There's so much nostalgia in that movie.
Agreed.
That Porky's 1, Porky's 2, you got to watch them.
Yep, pretty good stuff.
Every couple years.
Yeah, I would say maybe.
It's not a once a year type deal?
No.
Maybe once every 2 to 5?
Yeah, I would feel pretty confident with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hot Fuzz?
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie.
Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite
most of the movies that those two guys come up with, Nick Frost and, blanking on his name.
Simon
Pegg.
Yep.
Yeah, those two guys, they make some pretty good movies. What was the zombie one?
Shaun of the Dead was hilarious.
Oh, dude, great movie. I mean, you can't, if you're talking stupid humor movies.
Yep.
I think the first one that I just recall just dying was Old School.
Old School's pretty good.
I remember when that movie came out, we rented it, and this is going to date us. We rented it from Blockbuster.
Nice.
Nice name drop. So we had rented it from Blockbuster, and me and my brothers, we sat and watched that movie. I kid you not, probably 10 times through, from beginning to end. Special features, the whole shebang. We had to get everything we could out of that movie.
Of course.
And it was just, it's to this day, it's so brilliant. You can go in and it's so quotable.
It really is. It's very similar to Step Brothers.
Yeah, Step Brother.
And that's another one.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. That's another power duo.
Absolutely. They got some phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, Step Brothers.
Do you remember the days when you would go get a DVD, you could buy it or steal it in some people's cases?
Yes.
But do you remember absorbing all of the extra content and thinking it was like the coolest stuff in the whole world, and then watching it again with the commentary, and they would literally sit around. They were essentially podcasting to their own movies, and we were eating it up.
Oh, yeah. It was brilliant.
And now all that's gone away.
It is.
You can't find it anymore.
Of course, I don't know. I got a smart TV, so which is kind of neat. So whenever you're watching, like, say a movie or something, you can press up on the controller. It'll tell you who all's in the episode or in the scene.
In the scene itself.
Yeah.
I think Amazon Prime does that too.
Yeah, Prime does that.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome stuff. Prime will expect a check in the mail. Thank you.
Yes, anytime. Anytime. It doesn't have to be big, but 6 zeros.
Yeah,
six zeros. We're
not asking much.
Nope. No, whatever comes. Superbad is another one.
Yeah.
That I think kind of falls in that.
Goofy, stupid humor.
Yep.
Super Troopers.
Definitely Super Troopers. The Hangover.
Yeah. Just the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
Second and third one, kind of.
Agreed. And I don't know if this is because it was kind of like my old school, but 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
We used to pop that thing in when we were in college and just over and over and over and over again. And it's so quotable.
And that was after my time because I have seen that movie one time, and I don't think I've even seen it all the way through.
Oh, dang, bro. It's fantastic.
I have the best intentions to go back and watch that stupid movie. I just never can find the time to do that.
I get it. It's one of those movies that, in its stupidity, the cast is top notch.
Yeah.
And it's super brilliant, even though it's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I'm going to end, I'm not sure where you're going to end, but as far as prank movies go, I think the tops has to be Borat.
Yeah. That's a solid one.
I mean, he pranks everybody.
He pranks everybody.
I mean, from the halls of Congress to just people on the street.
The whole movie itself being a giant prank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
It was. I like that. That's a good one for you to end on.
I think so.
I think for me to end, the best prank movie of all time has to be the Jackass. The Jackass movie. Because that's literally all they did was pranks.
That's true. And hurt themselves.
And it's brilliant. And we watched, I think it was probably a couple months back, we watched Jackass 3 just because
really
it was available and why not?
How did it hold up?
It's this. How does it not hold up? It's people getting smacked in the face and thrown off buildings and alligators chomping on parts. I mean, it's brilliant.
All right.
To this day, I love it. I still go back and watch it again.
Okay. All right. Never my thing. I didn't overly enjoy it.
Oh, well.
I really like Johnny Knoxville, but I don't like that. I guess I just don't like the premise. I don't enjoy watching people get hurt. It hurts me.
Oh, I enjoy watching that.
kind of masochistic there.
Yeah, there. Maybe so. I'll take it.
All right. Cinemize is done. I think we have, what do we have next?
Let's get a little Reverend Reflections.
You got one for me?
I got one for you.
Shoot, let's get on it. Beauty, bro.
I like it.
I like it too.
So, can anyone explain Easter to me?
What?
Jesus came back from the dead.
Okay.
And there was a rabbit who laid eggs. And for some reason, people only eat fish. I don't get it.
Okay. Do I have a pleasure of addressing this person with a name, or is
Yes. Anonymous.
it anonymous? I'm gonna go with Todd Tom.
There you go.
All
That'll
right.
work.
So, Easter, of course, is not about a rabbit or an egg. It is about the death and resurrection of Christ. However, in the parlance of their time, there were natural celebrations already taking place, primarily Passover. But every culture from that point, from thousands of years before to now, they celebrate things in the fall and things in the spring. And one of the things people celebrated in the spring was surviving the winter.
Yeah.
Because, just a couple hundred years ago, surviving the winter was not a guarantee.
That was a Survivor on TV.
The
show.
real game.
That's the real game.
So they would celebrate the spring with the equinox. I almost said the equinox. The equinox. So the spring and the fall, both, they would have celebrations. This is why we have celebrations around Halloween and All Saints Day around the same time period. So these are natural celebrations. So the Christians would meld their celebrations with existing celebrations. And so that's why they are kind of lumped together at the same time. Now, there was something called Spring Festivus, and that was one of the big, quote-unquote, pagan celebrations.
That was like the harvest, wasn't it?
Nope. No, that would have been the fall.
The Harvest Festivus.
The Harvest Festivus. But there were a couple of things that the church had to meld these things together. So the Spring Festivus was something in 325, which would have been the Council of Nicaea. And by the way, Nicaea. If you want to hear some more about this stuff, you can go listen to the other podcast, The Skeptical Zealot. We talk about this, kind of taking a hiatus because springtime's crazy, but we'll be back on it. So they determined, now here's where we get Easter falling on different days.
Okay.
So this church council, 325 AD, so 300 years after Christ, they decided that Easter should fall on the Sunday following the first full moon after the spring equinox.
Now, I like to consider myself a bit of a mathematician,
Okay.
and that does not compute.
Okay. So you have
there's a lot.
you have
going
the
on
spring equinox,
there.
and that's a set day.
Yeah.
That's when the night and day is the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's set. And then you have the first full moon after that,
Okay.
but the following Sunday after the first full moon,
After the
equinox.
oh boy, why didn't they just say 2 Sundays after the first equinox?
I don't know. But that's why you have moving Easter. So it could be like all the way to the end of March into the end of April, because it depends on the equinox as well as the first full moon and the first Sunday after the full moon.
Interesting.
So that's why you have what they call movable dates, and the Jewish calendar would actually have movable feasts for similar reasons.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the term Easter is derivative from Esther, Eostre, and she is a goddess of the spring. And because most of the pagan things that we celebrate around Christmas and Easter, we have to blame Germany.
I like it.
So just
Blame
like
him again.
a lot of the stuff comes out of Germany, so does Easter. She was a pagan goddess from the Anglo-Saxon Germany area. And she's actually mentioned starting about 1700s
Okay.
and going forward. So this isn't something that's ancient. A lot of people will say, well, it's a pagan holiday going back thousands of years. That's really not true. Easter is fairly new, just within the last couple of hundred years. The feast in Greek is called Pascha, and that's where they get the term Passover. So the Jewish Passover meal and Easter coincide with each other, and it all has to do with word nerds uniting.
Word nerds unite.
Okay, and last but not least, rabbits and eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the springtime, if you ever owned a chicken, you know that in the wintertime, they kind of, what would you call it?
Fatten up.
Not fatten up, they stop laying.
Oh, okay.
Now, they will lay periodically through the winter, but not very often. But as the spring comes, days get longer, it's warmer, they start laying more and more. So you get these eggs, and you're like, oh, it's spring, because chickens laying eggs.
Right.
So you have an influx of eggs. And so the first Easter Mass of the spring, traditionally, they would go out and harvest eggs and decorate them, and you would get an egg for Easter.
Huh.
And eggs weren't, something you could readily get in the winter.
Sure.
So it was
Makes sense.
It was a special thing. So that's why we
Gotcha.
have eggs. And then you mix in, again, the Germans, their fertility is revolved around the rabbit, because if you've ever been around rabbits, they're quite fertile.
Yeah.
And so the Easter celebration included the German practice of the rabbit hiding the eggs for the children to go find the next day.
Huh.
So that's why we celebrate the egg and Easter.
We blame it on Das Germans.
Definitely blame it on the Germans. And also, I would add, probably American consumerism.
Well, I'm sure that doesn't help either.
I mean, there's a reason you could go out and buy a bunch of Easter stuff, because, people can make it and sell it.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
But it's definitely the celebration of the risen Christ, and we've melded it with springtime celebrations. That has melded into some German folklore, and that's how we have Easter today.
Beautiful.
And just y'all should go out and get chickens so you can celebrate
Easter.
Easter.
I like it.
I like it too.
I got some learnings did today.
You done did got you some learnings.
I done did got me some learnings.
Well, I had a great time this wonderful April Fool's episode.
Yeah. And I'm glad you have kind of ceased some of the jokes.
Well, I thought I'd just keep going with it, but I decided it was going to get old real fast.
Yeah. Well, it did.
And I will warn you, there was about 7 more that were just, groan worthy.
That right there, what you just said was groan worthy.
Well, that's fair enough. I might have to tickle your ears with them at the end of the episode.
Okay, fair enough.
Totally worth it.
I'll allow 2. Get 2.
2 tickles?
You get 2 tickles. I'm gonna have to charge you for more.
All right. How about some news updates?
Let's get some news updates
All right.
going. We got some news updates for you today.
I keep thinking we need to get a new one, but that's pretty funny.
I feel like it's been pretty close to
it's been good.
The same every single time.
I agree. So what we got first?
Well,
I'm excited to have updates. It's cool.
I know.
That means people
Isn't
are
that
like
exciting?
sending stuff in and talking to us.
Just chick-chacking it up.
It's nice
I know.
nice to have people talk to us.
It is.
It gets lonely.
And speaking of people talking to us, we have the OG fan himself, Logan.
Yeah, that's right.
He called and left us a voice message. Why don't you hit play on that sucker?
Okay, a little voicemail from Logan.
Hey, BZ and Pinewood, it's Logan. Love the podcast. Been listening to y'all since the beginning.
Yeah, you have.
A couple things. Y'all sleeping on how good Airheads is. It's such a great movie. It's probably less of an Adam Sandler movie and more of a Brendan Fraser movie, but it's still great.
I would agree with that.
Also, Pinewood, not everyone from Austin is terrible people. I'm from Austin. I'm okay. I'm not great. So just lay off a little bit if I can get you. Come on, man. Anyway, can't wait for the new episode. Talk to you guys later.
Oh man, that's pretty good. And I also want to say, where's he recording this from?
Yeah, it sounds majestic AF.
It sounds like Snow White is like. Let's just listen to the beginning of it. He's got birds tweeting in the background.
Oh, dude, it just sounds like it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day.
So obviously he's not recording this in Austin.
No, he's got a green screen and he's got music pumping in the background. Oh man, but thanks, Logan. Man, we appreciate it. That's a great input on Airheads. We'd kind of mentioned it on that episode, but we kind of dumped it down to the bottom because, like you said, it is more of a Brendan Fraser movie.
It is good.
It is a great movie.
Yep.
But it's not quite an Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He's got a decent role in it. But we love it, man. Thanks for sticking around this whole time, man. We appreciate it and love your interactions on the web.
Yeah, and move out of Austin.
Yeah, man.
Come up to Lubbock.
we'll take you up here for a little bit, then we'll ship you back down.
We
Ship you down to Austin. Way-oh.
You know where he could live? He could live in Slayton.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
far enough away,
Just far enough away.
but close enough, and also out of the greater Austin area.
Yes, yeah, anything to get you away from the Austins.
That's right. So I don't know very many Austin folks that I enjoy being around, but there's a couple.
Yeah,
Logan's one of them.
Logan, we'll let Logan hang out with us
All
for
right.
a little while, as long as he keeps sending us beautiful content.
Yep. Send us another voicemail at some point, Logan. We really appreciate it. And by the way, you can send us a voicemail. Just go to our website.
www.fwtgpodcast.com.
And on the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little circle with a microphone in it. You just click that, dude.
Yeah, it's a little blue. You gotta throw that blue in there because people have a hard time finding it apparently.
Yeah, what happens if you're colorblind?
Well, hit colorblind mode on your computer.
Is there such a thing?
Oh, I know you can do it on your TVs and
What?
video games and stuff like that. I got colorblind mode, so I would assume if they know they're colorblind, they probably already got it in colorblind mode.
Okay.
So it's the blue circle with the mic in the bottom right-hand corner, or if you're colorblind, purple, pink, whatever it is.
Whatever
I
it is.
don't know. Gold.
Basically, you click it and you can talk into your device.
Yes. Phones,
And we'll get it.
mics, whatever you got.
I was for sure thinking you were going to say recorder. And I
Your
was-
recorder.
You cannot. You're not talking to your kind of recorder and leave us a voicemail.
You know what? We'll
just-
take that too.
I tell you what, bonus, if you leave us a voicemail playing the recorder.
Yes.
So if you got a recorder sitting around and you can play us a sweet rendition of a hot cross buns.
Yeah. Dude, you're getting played on here, and you're going to have to send us your information because I'm going to send you some sweet merch.
Okay, all right. So that's the challenge this week. If you have a recorder, I'll broaden it.
Okay.
If you have any instrument,
I like
any
it.
instrument. Now,
Throw us a ditty.
yep, any kind. And I'll even accept air banjo.
That's going to be hard to hear
Yeah, that's true.
unless you have 4 or 5 friends that you can do an air ensemble.
Air ensemble.
But that has to be recorded
So
with video.
Okay, so that entry could be done via Facebook.
Yes.
You could submit that. Okay, I
think that's fair.
have faith that somebody out there will do something, but not a lot of. I don't know, man. That's a tough sell.
We do got a couple of very musically inclined fans.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I don't know. We might actually get some pretty solid ditties coming up here.
All right. I'm looking forward to next week. Maybe we can get some cool songage.
Heck yeah, dude.
What else we got for updates? We got to get out of here.
So we got some. We made a post earlier this week about the 4-drink minimum. We did that
that's
on
right, on the sports
Facebook.
events.
Yeah, we actually posted it on Facebook, and we got some really wicked conversations with that. And I wanted to touch on a handful of them. Logan, of course.
Okay. Now, to remind everybody, this is what sport would you instigate a 4-drink minimum to?
Yes.
What would be the most funny sport?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got Princess Snow White Logan rolls up with pole vault and javelin.
And birds would be singing behind him there too.
Of course.
It'd be outside. It'd
Of
be springtime.
course. Of course. We had Nick. He says disc golf. But I had to preface that because I usually have at least a 4-drink minimum going into disc golf.
Regardless.
Anyways. So I think probably we had 2 winners.
Okay.
Was Chris says tennis because that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty good.
And then Derek says NASCAR. Because why not?
Yeah. NASCAR would
You
be
gonna
pretty
take a
good.
left turn, and then you're gonna take a left turn, and then you're gonna take a left turn.
Only so many intoxicated left turns until you just go,
I
forget it,
just
I'm
wanna
going to
hit
go
the
right.
Oh yeah. So no, I just wanted to touch on that. Thank everybody for getting active on the Facebook page. We do appreciate that. That helps us.
Yeah, it does.
And then the other thing, we have started messing around with doing some Facebook compilation videos.
Okay.
And we're kind of doing like a little montage type deal, a little commercial addy type stuff. And just keep your eyes peeled because here in the next week or so, we're going to throw out some free merch. With some interaction on those guys.
And by the way, the merch that we've got, even though we're just barely getting started, I mean like barely getting started, we have some cool stuff. like the tumblers and the koozies that I can't get a hold of.
Yeah.
And we got some beer steins coming up.
We got some beer steins. We're doing a limited edition run with some beer steins. Those are going to be pretty dope.
Yeah, they look legit.
We got pop sockets coming.
Pop sockets.
Pop sockets.
Explain what that is, because I had no idea when you told me that originally.
I'll be honest with you. I had no idea either until my wife said she ordered them.
So, pop socket.
Pop socket's what you stick on the back of your phone, and it kind of accordions out so you can hold it without actually. It's like a somewhat hands-free type deal. I guess. I don't know.
When you first told me that over the phone, I was like, what are they going to do with power tools? A pop socket.
Pop socket? That doesn't even make sense.
Is that one of the new made-for-television ads or something?
How are we getting logos on that? Do we pay for that ad space?
Any other quick updates?
No. I think we got that. Hit us up on the Facebook page
Please.
at FWTG Podcast. Or you can search Fraternize with These Guys. We'll pop up. Leave us a message there. If you want to go check out the website, which we would prefer you to do anyways.
Yes.
www.fwtgpodcast.com. You can leave us a voicemail. You can leave us an email. The biggest thing we need you to do is rate, subscribe, like us. And once you do that, man, give us a review.
Yeah.
Reviews definitely is the lifeblood of the podcast industry. That's what's going to keep us around for another 2 or 3 more episodes.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If we're lucky.
That too.
Probably not.
We still got to pay this equipment off.
That's true. That's true. And the way things are going right now, that means we're in for at least 650 episodes.
Yeah. So I hope you stick around for a while.
We're going to run out of material real fast.
Yep.
A big thank you to both of our wives for allowing us to sit out here in the doghouse and do this.
Yes.
And I know it's a lot of sacrifice on their part. And also to our manager, who is one of our wives.
Yep.
So big thank you to her and all the hard work that she has done. Yep. Thank you to Aaron, Myra, and Gwen with Prairie Blossom Marketplace for all the help with the merch. And we got some exciting stuff coming, and it's mainly because of those folks.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. And what do you say we ponder something?
Let's do.
Ponder this. April Fool's Day is the one day of the year when people critically evaluate news articles before accepting them as true. Dun, dun, dun.
Man, that's a good one.
It is.
All
and
right.
it's thematic.
Happy April Fool's Day out there.
Yes.
Don't,
or not.
Don't leave chocolate for the dogs.
Please don't.
All right. We'll see you all
Unless you
next
say
week.
April Fool's.
We'll see you next week. Who needs a full day for the fools? I'm surrounded by them all year. I don't always joke on April Fool's Day. I'm just kidding. I do.
Dude.
My favorite April Fool's Day prank is pretending I'm going to leave my couch.
Are you for reals?
There are some friends you know will never pull an April Fool's Day prank because they still think it's March.
Oh my God. This is why we're getting canceled, bro.
What do you call a hammer bought on April 1st? An April tool?
Oh my God.
All right, I promise.
One more.
Just one more. Why was everybody so tired on April 1st? Because they just finished the long 31-day march.
Oh my gosh.
Babies born March 31st are the easiest to prank on April Fool's Day. They were literally born yesterday.
Well, I hate myself now.
You know what the biggest difference between Thanksgiving and April Fool's Day is? On one of those days you're thankful, but on the other day you're prankful.
Oh my God. Just please end it. End the show.